Hello everyone and welcome to Liverbird TV. So it's a video that I'd rather not do, along with my Mo Salah one, which I'll be doing in the next 24 hours, and I still can't believe that this is even allowed to happen. Kirkez is not good enough at this moment in time to even play ahead of Robertson, and to think that we're letting go one of the fittest left backs in Europe just beggars belief. Who's allowed this to happen? I mean, he's not just great at left back with his energy and his pace and his crossing, but he's a character. He's also one of the best examples of a footballer that's worked his way all the way up from Queen's Park to Dundee United to Hull City to Liverpool, from becoming a lad that was playing in front of 500 to playing in front of 70,000, 50,000. You know, winning Champions Leagues, winning, Premier League titles, FA Cups, League Cups. Yeah, it's just beggars belief that you would want to let go of somebody like that when he's at the club and he isn't. You just keep it. He's 32, just turned 32, and being from a Scottish family myself, I mean, I love Robbo anyway, being the Scotland captain, but it just beggars belief that Arne Slot has a legend like this. And it's not about what's it called, gestures and all, just because but his legs have not even gone. His legs haven't gone. If his legs had gone, you could understand it, but he has come in, and I'd love to see the stats that every time Andrew Robertson has come in, we've gone on to win the game. I think the stats would be quite mind-blowing, because I remember against Wolves he came in with Rio, outstanding, won the game. Against Villa, come in, clean sheet, won the game. There's so many times when Slot has played Robertson and we've won the game. Now, I actually think it's arrogance from Arne Slot. I think he doesn't like playing Jurgen's players. Like, he's trying to bleed them out as fast as he can, so it's his way of getting them off the books so he can play his own football. And maybe because they're strong leaders, like, look at the players who are leaving Liverpool at this moment in time. They're all ones with a voice, a powerful sort of sense of, of undermining the manager. And I don't think that, I mean, how professional he's been. I don't mean that Robertson's the type of character to do that, but I'm sure that Slot knows that these are Klopp's players. I mean, it just infuriates me that Liverpool, I mean, James Milner was getting a year extension each year, and that was the right thing to do. I know this: if Jurgen Klopp was still in the building today, Salah and Robertson would not be leaving, because he would say, I tell you what, I'm going to walk. If you get rid of these two and don't give them a year's deal, I'm gone. It's not just about them playing, it's about what they give to the AXA training ground, what they give to Anfield, what they give to every part of the club, from youngsters all the way up to senior pros. They are Liverpool with success. You need to keep these in the building. So what I'm going to just say with regards to that is I'm not happy about it at all. And you can see him now being a really good player for whoever he goes to. And it says here, Andy Robertson is advised to join Liverpool rival in controversial move. Andy Robertson will become a free agent at the end of the season, has been advised to make a shock return to one of Liverpool's biggest rivals. Andy Robertson has been backed for a shock transfer to Chelsea when he leaves Liverpool at the end of the season. The Reds vice-captain will depart Anfield after a largely brilliant 9-year spell at Anfield after the club decided against offering him a contract extension. Wow. Milos Kerkez took Robertson's spot as Liverpool's first choice left back last summer, but the Scot has still figured 34 times in all competitions and clearly still has plenty to offer at the highest level. With that in mind, former Liverpool midfielder Didi Hamann believes that Robertson could be a shrewd addition to the Chelsea squad due to his experience. Chelsea have faced criticism in recent years for assembling a roster of talented but inexperienced players, with the suggestion that the team's results have suffered due to a lack of steel in the squad. I think Chelsea's need experience, Hamann said, and if you've got good young players, you need experienced players to bring them on. So you see that bit there from Hamann is exactly my point, in my case in point, which is what you have to do is keep players like that in the building for the youngsters coming through. And that's why I don't understand why we've given Slot so much power. I said this, We had one of the greatest managers ever in Jurgen Klopp, and we never gave him any money really. It was only when we sold Coutinho he got a big sort of couple of transfer fees. But Klopp must have been scratching his head when he's thinking, so I leave and then Slot gets 450 million. So what does my head in is, why has Slot got so much power in terms of saying, you know, I don't want this lad or I don't want that lad, and why don't we play any of our young players anymore? Rio's the only one. I mean, under Klopp we was playing so many. We've sold Ben Doak, we've sold Tyler Morton, we sold flipping what's his name as well, the other midfielder. There's a lot of young midfielders that have gone. What's happened to Jayden Dans? What's happened to all of them? We've just gone totally against the grain of what we were. And how, if you've got something successful, why would you trust a manager, right, that has had one good season? All right, he won the league with Feyenoord, but what I'm saying is Jurgen, you've got to remember where he picked us up from. Slot just took over a team that was nearly doing quadruples twice over. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. So, in my opinion, Slot's been given too much too soon. The arrogance has gone to his head. I've never watched an interview with him where I've gone, wow, he's our manager. There's nothing about him. He's completely flat. He's a whine and get. He's moans all the time. He's just got no about him. I mean, when we went out of the league, the FA Cup to Plymouth, that was arrogant. It was arrogant to just think he could go and play that team, you know, and just didn't show any respect to the FA Cup. This is what I'm saying. Things have got to change, and I'm just going to carry on reading this here, because sometimes when things go badly, as they have now, this is how man continuing, the run of form, it's dreadful. You need experienced players who can calm young players down, where a young player looks up and somebody says to him, listen lad, don't worry about it, we'll be fine. So you can imagine Rio and Guoma's experience he would gain from having Robbo behind him at left back. He's not going to learn loads off Kirkes. Robbo behind him, he would be instructing him all the time. Again, I'll go back to the Wolves game. It worked a treat. I don't think they've got that. So what you see now with them is that they all go behind, they fall apart. The most blatant example was probably against Brighton. A player like Andy Robertson, they should have taken him in a heartbeat. I think he's exactly the type of player Chelsea needs or is crying out for. With one or two more experienced players, they've got to give themselves a chance. So there we go. Alonso's going to come in. He's going to get some experience in, and you won't be surprised to see Chelsea go and have a great season with Robertson at left back, because he's a winner, and this is what really does my head in. And I just think that now we've got to stop letting people get away with it. I mean, we're Liverpool at the end of the day, and sometimes we can treat our players so poorly. I mean, Harvey Elliott's treatment's been absolutely disgusting. Robertson, and Salah was right when he said Slot's thrown me under the bus. And he has. And I can't understand what we're waiting for here. Are we really going to give Arne Slot another season when it doesn't work? It's not working. He's lost the players. He's lost. We sacked Kenny Dalglish after getting to the FA Cup final and the League Cup final, right? We was ruthless. We sacked Brendan Rodgers after a successful season, and then when he was doing poor. But when this has been the biggest. I mean, it's weird. FSG just brutally sack managers, but yet seem to just give in to Slot. I don't know what's going on. Why has he got more power than Jurgen Klopp to convince FSG to spend 450 million? And I've been arguing with the FSG Art Brigade for years that the reason why we're successful is because we don't go and just scattergun in the transfer market and spend ridiculous amounts of money. And now we go and get these Harlem Globetrotters, as Souness used to say, and buy all these players, and we have one of the worst seasons in years. So get back to basics, Liverpool Football Club and John Henry. Get back to being what we were under Jurgen. Go back to heavy metal football, fast-paced, intensity, in-your-face football. Get a young manager in that likes to play football at, or give Gerrard it. I've said this. Gerrard will know exactly what the fans want. He'd connect to the crowd, and then review it after a season or two. Look at Michael Carrick. He was sacked by Middlesbrough. He's gone into Manchester United and he's fitted it like a glove. Gerrard would be exactly the same. Let me know your thoughts. I'm still gutted about Robbo. I love him to pieces. You'll never walk alone.